The school system has taken the big plunge into the world of personal computers. 150 brand spanking new computers are presently being installed in schools for instructional use. Now, back in our newsroom with that story is Eyewitness newsman Walt Sanders. Walt.
Chris, this venture into microcomputers is very exciting. It's expensive, too. $350,000 for the computers, accompanying software, and training for teachers. In addition to learning basic computer programming techniques, Boston students like these Waltham High seniors will also receive instruction in computer maintenance and repair. It's an extra provided by the suppliers of the computers, Microsurce Financial of Watertown.
The school system has taken the big plunge into the world of personal computers. 150 brand spanking new computers are presently being installed in schools for instructional use. Now, back in our newsroom with that story is Eyewitness newsman Walt Sanders. Walt.
Chris, this venture into microcomputers is very exciting. It's expensive, too. $350,000 for the computers, accompanying software, and training for teachers. In addition to learning basic computer programming techniques, Boston students like these Waltham High seniors will also receive instruction in computer maintenance and repair. It's an extra provided by the suppliers of the computers, Microsource Financial of Watertown.
And what kind of troubleshooting are you doing on that Apple II there?
Right now, everything's okay except for the disk drive that doesn't work. So we narrow it down to that and then try to find what part of the disk drive is broken.
Computer instruction has a big future in Boston public schools, according to Marilyn Gardner.
Okay.
It doesn't take the kids long to discover that using the computer as a teaching aid is a lot of fun. The Boston computer program also has links with one underway in the Waltham school system. Some Waltham High students are now being trained in the maintenance and repair of the high-tech machines. Boston students will soon be included in this training. It's a service being provided by Microsource Financial, the computer vendor for both school systems.
I want to go to college, learn how to program computers, and that's what the rest of my life's going to be, maybe.
Do you like the programming component of working with computers, or do you like the maintenance and repair?
I think the programming's the best. You make the computer do anything that you want.
For those students who are and can be motivated to explore this technology, school officials feel their career opportunities are unlimited. I'm Walt Sanders, TV4 Eyewitness News.
The unimpressive.
How they would end up adding a record into it. All right? Then I'll delete the record later. Okay, so the letter that you're going to have to hit on at the end. You got it? Okay. Essentially, all this is a list of all the records of all the students that I have in my FLOC class. Okay, now what happens if a new student comes in? Sometimes you're going to have to add that new student to it. And here's what do you do when a new student comes in? So why don't you hit number 3 here? Okay, this will, okay, the format of the record is already in there. It's the last name, the first name, middle initial, and why don't I just take one of the new students that came in, okay, and I'll have him add this information to it. And why don't I put in Louis' So, and just the only difference on it then is to write it with, as if it was this particular block, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, here's the, oh, just put it in for the second record here. How would you like to put it? Okay?
Yep.
Okay, so why don't you just enter the information on Louis? So they just want the last name, first name, middle initial.
Right.
Student number, okay. Why don't we make it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, a lot of what's going on the screen there is just self-explanatory. Okay, so it's 2407, we're using it as the number here. Okay, entry date would be today. Would you go back in that here? You want to make that, okay, leave it like that then. Okay, withdrawal, I used all zeros. Okay, prior teacher, he had Leveroni also, didn't he? And his math class, calculus. Okay, hit no. Okay, what this will do now is this will just add this onto the existing records that come in here, and it'll go back and it'll display the menu again. So why don't we hit in number 5 for the reports. Okay, and suppose we just hit out the class list and key on the records. All of them? All of them. Yeah. Okay, the only thing on that, why don't you escape to the menu? Record number 15. Why don't you put number 2, which is the search feature? Okay, and suppose you hit 0 and 15. Okay, so this will be Louis, just to make sure everything is in correctly. All right, so, okay, and that was in the field number 12. Okay, you have to know the record number, I think. Okay. Do we make the change? Okay, we want to make it. Before we do anything else, okay. 325, 147. Yes, will you do one other favor for me? I'd like you to change this field here because these are double digits. I like that to be a 09. Okay, so okay, why don't we go to the report again, number 5. Okay, and why don't we go into number 2, math report? And why don't we key on students who take calculus and just students who just take calculus.
Get out of the way, too. Do we get another ship?
One more?
Good.